All the walls that you're looking at over here, everything can be removed without any problem,
Okay.
unless there's something here that's structural.
Bath and bath.
Atlantic
Bath and Bass.
No, Atlantic
Brass.
Bath and Brass is gone.
Okay.
The tenant that took over for them is is actually in another location,
Okay.
and they're almost finished with their build out, and they're going to have another sign that's going to go up. But it's a smaller user. Atlantic Bath and Brass. The reason why they ended up with the top just has to do with the circumstances.
Right. Yep.
They were here for a long, long time.
Okay.
Let me see, 30 plus years.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, let me show you what we have here. So this wall here can all come down.
Okay.
Everything that's in here would be removed. We would remove it. We'll remove the floor afterwards as well. The ceiling height that you're looking at is 9 feet, 3 inches. It's got, according to my architect, it can be raised to 10 feet.
Okay.
But even 9 feet 3 is probably pretty decent for most things.
Yeah.
This is, this wouldn't look like it does right now with these half walls down.
Sure.
When you said diamond shaped, you wouldn't notice a diamond shape.
Right.
As a matter of fact, what you would notice is more windows. Some of the windows would just open up. If that wall wasn't there, you'd have more windows.
Okay. Yeah.
And when you're talking about plain vanilla shell, what we can either leave in the ceiling grid and the ceiling, or we can remove it. Now it's a totally sprinklered building, so the sprinkler system is all in place, and it's verified, checked, you name it. Your use would be different than some of the others. And let me show you the other part now. This is the front.
Okay.
Now, we have 2 HVAC units also. One of them handles this area over here. The other one handles that area over there.
Okay.
From the outside of the building, you can see them. The newer one was replaced about a year and a half ago.
Gotcha.
So the other one is about 10 or 11 years old.
Okay.
Okay? This closet over here is for phone service,
No, right.
security system, that kind of thing. All right, so you have to imagine now that this wall, a good part of it can be removed. Not behind here, because that's a bathroom,
Right.
but in some of the other areas, those items can be removed.
Beyond the bathroom to the edge of the building, it could be opened up, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're not cooking,
Right.
it's a different situation.
Maybe we'll do a half appliance, half a restaurant.
So this is a bathroom. We have another bathroom right next to it. So there's 2 bathrooms in here.
Sure.
They need a little remodeling, obviously, but the bones are in there.
Claro, claro.
Okay, so this is I don't know if you need this at all. This is a dishwashing area. Probably have no requirements for that. But
Though
you
actually-
could hook things up in this area.
Right. They may actually want to clean off an appliance. And does it have a floor?
Well, the floor is actually, not only does it have a floor, but the floor is sloped into a
to a
grease
drain.
trap. So
Yeah.
it actually could be used for anything.
Right.
It's got a 3-compartment sink over there, a little small for, a large appliance.
Right.
But other than that, maybe it works. I don't know.
Yeah, they might want a space right here for cleaning things off.
This is 800 amps of 3-phase electric power.
Okay. And that's good.
That's a lot of power.
Yeah.
So, especially if some of the items that were attached to that power are removed. So what was previously on there that would have been eating up an awful lot were items such as, right behind you, there's a, the one on the left is a freezer, walk-in freezer. The one on the right is a walk-in cooler.
Okay.
And then on the other right-hand side over there is a pantry. I mean, everything here could be ripped out.
Right.
In which case you end up with, more space in here.
Yeah, that's what they'd be looking for, just everything ripped out.
Right.
Now, they wouldn't need that much power either. Do you think it affects their electrical bill if they're not?
No, it's only based on what you're using.
Okay.
Not based
Gotcha.
on what your capacity is.
Right.
It wouldn't make any sense to bring that down.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so just so you see that this is how much further it goes. It's currently being used for storage,
Okay.
but
Is the rear of the building directly behind that?
now right behind this is another space. And so there's actually two tenants right behind.
Okay.
One here, one over there.
Gotcha.
And both of those are warehouse bays.
Is that the 2,000 square feet of warehouse you mentioned?
It's approximately 2,000 square feet of warehouse
Okay.
that I was mentioning to you before. And I can show you where you see it in here, if you are curious.
Sure.
It was accessible. You see the block wall over there?
Yeah.
All right, that was blocked off. Previously was taking you into another space.
Okay.
And that other space was approximately 1,950 square feet, something like that.
Gotcha.
With an overhead
So that could be
door.
opened up again if they were to decide to
It-
lease that 1,900 square feet.
Oh, yeah. Now that space won't be available until the end of the year.
Okay.
But we're already into September.
Yep.
As you know.
Yeah.
Okay? This is all going to be removed,
Check back here real quick.
just so you know. Not a big deal. Already had a conversation with two different contractors.
Okay.
These are smokers. There's
All right.
3 of them actually in here. They're a little newer equipment, wouldn't be this large, or maybe wouldn't be this large, but this was used to to make the sandwiches that you're describing,
Right.
the meats that you're describing.
Yeah.
And when it was cooked properly, it melted in your mouth. You did not need a fork, and you certainly did not need a knife.
So what I got was a pulled pork sandwich from them.
Uh-huh.
So, it's kind of, the sauce affects that a lot. So yeah.
Oh, I eat it without sauce.
Okay.
How's
Yeah.
that? I mean, it's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's the way I liked it. But
Right.
anyway.
Had it been brisket, it would have been a different story.
And mostly that's what I get, brisket or corned beef.
Yeah.
So this is all of it. You have to kind of imagine now that this is removed, that wall is out,
Yeah.
And then you're looking at walls,
Right.
This wall too. All this equipment would not need to be here. It's tough to describe this, but that's what, here.
Sure.
Let me, this light, make it a little bit easier for you. Should be.
No, la otra encendió la de atrás, de back side.
Oh, it lit up
Yes.
one back here apparently.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, I guess I turned it off. So that's it.
Okay.
This is in Montgomery County,
Right.
and so it's outside of the city of Rockville, and you can see if you look up at the ceiling anywhere throughout that you're talking sprinkler system.
Yeah.
So it's always good for insurance purposes, and place will look a lot better when it's whited out,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Cleaner instead of.
Now, would the vanilla shell include ceiling tiles?
Probably wouldn't include the ceiling tiles,
Okay.
because when you're talking about ceiling, you're talking about replacing the light. I don't know. It really depends on the overall deal.
Sure.
I'd be negotiating against myself if I tried
If you
to
said
say,
sure,
yay or
it does.
nay
Yeah.
on, an item here and then an item there.
Right.
And then you're looking at the whole thing together.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all I'm saying is, if you think about the price, we're talking about industrial rates. We're not really talking about, retail.
That's true.
You're
Yeah.
getting retail
Yeah.
at the rate.
Yep.
Some things have to be done by the tenant also.
Yep. Absolutely. Gotcha.
The floor, for example, once we bring it down to the slab,
Yeah.
I would expect that the tenant would be doing the epoxy, the treatments, whatever colors that they want.
Yeah. I think they're open to that. Now, in terms of bringing appliances here, what does the space look like for loading?
Well, here's what we currently have. I showed you where we can put in a larger door.
Right.
There's already a door here. This would all be open.
Yep.
This whole area would be open.
Yeah,
And
just completely open,
You don't have
This-
this, you don't have that.
Right.
You're just coming in a door.
Yeah.
And you're looking at something that's a fairly large door. This is probably good in.
Is it all right if I open it?
Oh, you can open
Okay.
it. I'll just reclose it.
Okay. All right.
Everything here that looks like it needs to be redone, I've got some concrete work that we're going to be doing. If this needed to be, to have a slope in it, so something could be wheeled in, it could be right here.
I think that would be ideal.
And this was the location where the kitchen was bringing items in before also.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so you see over here, that could be cut out. It could be sloped,
Yep.
so that you end up with something that just takes you down to asphalt level, and then whatever truck or whatever, could be
Yeah.
backed up here. If it's got something in the back that picks it up and whatever, and you don't even need to deal with it.
Yep.
So we could do it either way.
I think that's workable. There's plenty of space to get a truck in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All depends on what the size is. I mean, this fence over here can be removed. It's just
Okay.
hiding the trash location.
Right.
So if it makes more sense for the truck to, pull
Be
in
on a
another
horse,
way.
right.
You see, also this little island that's over there, that would be removed.
Ah, okay.
It wouldn't be there if this isn't a restaurant.
Sure.
Because you don't need a carrier.
No drive-through. Yeah.
Right. So then your truck has another location it could be, backing up from.
Yeah, I think this is probably fine.
This door would be in better shape, obviously.
Okay.
We'd replace it or repair it, depending upon what's needed.
Doesn't seem like it's in bad shape though.
Still solid,
Yeah.
but, So you understand, this is where the pantry is, in other words. All of this is open.
Right.
So when someone comes in from that door, they're in the whole area.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Now they might actually want a dividing wall to have a little separation between showroom space and storage.
Okay.
That's something we can just add to the LOI, I guess.
You can.
Or they could potentially do it in their vanilla shell.
I'm less likely to, the way I look at certain types of expenses, I recognize I have to remove what's here.
Sure.
I don't know what I have to do
In terms
on
of
the other
build-outs.
side until I see things like financials, okay?
Right.
A better feel for, who I'm talking to,
Sure. Yeah.
which I don't at this point.
Fair enough. Yeah. And also just putting a little devising wall, is not a big deal for them to do. To just take a vanilla shell.
No, and if it's done later, you can wait for your permit
Right.
and not have to hold up, occupancy, that kind of thing.
That's a good idea.
So
yeah. Put it in after.
There are benefits to waiting.
Yeah.
For us to remove stuff, we may need a permit for certain